Hey guys, Indra here. So guys, I found this guy on YouTube. This is something that I've been interested in since being a young adult. I got invited to Pentecostal churches in my area, and when I went to some Bible studies, they were very literalistic about it. And guys, going to a Catholic all-girls school, we were taught a study of religion and to look at religion objectively, taught what Dr. Jordan Peterson is saying about the Bible, that the Bible isn't actually a book, it's a library. Um, they did not gloss over the medieval sins of the Catholic Church and that the Catholic Church was about power. And so, guys, this guy is amazing. From what I understand, he taught hermetics, which is basically being able to translate ancient text for yourself to understand it as well. And so let me just play a clip, and this is why I think he deserves more love. Like, he's got 1.06 million subscribers, but that's showing me that, like, when you've got people like Dr. Jordan Peterson, Secret Scholar Society, who are all preaching common sense, and Ben Shapiro, but people like these guys who are saying, hey, these guys are actually right about it, not our theologians, it shows me that there's something kind of not fundamentally rotten, but something that we need to rebuild in our society. So guys, I'll just play this one.
Genesis in churches all around the world, and I've trained pastors in the skills of interpreting texts. It was my personal goal to research hell. And so I made it my goal to research hell and find out, is it what Jesus taught? Is it what the apostles taught? Is that really the teaching of the Bible? And I found that it wasn't. Jesus taught about Gehenna, and in that verse, he's actually warning people about Gehenna. Gehenna was the...
So guys, he's also
Before we get
on
into
TV.
today's content, on behalf of the Fifth Kind TV, I want to say a big thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring.
Hey guys, I'll just throw that along.
But what is curious is that there are lots of Christian believers who will take the first half for its moral meaning and then take the second half absolutely literally. So they won't be chopping off hands or plucking out eyes, but they will be warning about hell and eternal conscious torment, but doing the wrong thing or not being a believer. And I think that's illogical. Take the first half figuratively and the second half literally. I think if you take the first half figuratively, do the same to the second half. And when I went to theological college many, many years ago, it was my personal goal to research hell, because I became a believer when I was 17 from a background in atheism. And I always felt that the church's teaching on hell was really out of kilter with everything else I was picking up about the teaching of Jesus. It is so out of proportion. I mean, an eternal punishment for a finite crime can only be a miscarriage of justice. And if I would feel sorry for...
That is such a true thing. And guys, this is something that is a really interesting phenomenon as well. Myth Vision, guys, I'll do a review of them as well. Myth Vision talks about this, about all of the atheists coming to some sort of religion through science, going, hang on, there has to be intelligent design, that whether it be the Fermi paradox, whether it be Fibonacci numbers, whether it be game a simulation theory, like believing that we are in a simulation. Yeah, that is kind of interesting that so many of these atheists, and even Richard Dawkins, who wrote The God Delusion, has come out and said that he is a cultural Christian. Well, what is a cultural Christian? I could say I'm a cultural Christian, that I believe God is real. I believe that there was a person born of a lowly status who died on the cross, because the historical Jesus can be proven, but as we're starting to see with things that were considered apocrypha, things that were considered heretical, that they are being proven, and especially with the Ethiopian Coptic Jews and the Ethiopian Bible, things really do sound like contact with extraterrestrial beings, whether they're from another planet, whether they've been here from time immemorial. So the Anunnaki, guides Paul Wallis does a really good job of the Anunnaki and explaining it as well as Myth Vision and Esotica. Error, I'll put the translations down below as well. So, really interesting one. So, guys, let's get back to Jesus on hell.
Someone burning alive forever, then how could a God of love not feel sorry for them? I can't be more compassionate than God, can I? I knew straight away there was something really off about this doctrine. And so I made it my goal to research hell and find out, is it what Jesus taught? Is it what the apostles taught? Is that really the teaching of the Bible? And I found that it wasn't. Jesus taught about Gehenna. And in that verse, he's actually warning people about Gehenna. Gehenna was the rubbish tip outside of Jerusalem. So if you're going to take it literally, he's warning you about an ancient rubbish tip outside Jerusalem that no longer exists. So for the literalists, there's the literal meaning.
So, guys, if you can see that one, non-human governors harvesting fear, that's the kind of content this guy covers as well. And Gehenna and the concept of hell is a really interesting concept. This guy has spent literally years on it as well. So, guys, I'll leave it there. But this is if you're interested in spirituality, the Bible, from not a faith-based perspective, but a psychological perspective, these guides are the places to follow. And I know Dr. Jordan Peterson is saying aim at something. Well, it's something to aim at researching the Bible. It's something to aim at knowing and exploring your faith and questioning it as well. Guys, thank you. So if you've made it this far, thank you for watching the media channel. Guys, and if you can like, share, subscribe, comment. You can also find me over on the main channel, Annie in Wonderland, How to Experience CNDIS. I do have a Substack and a Patreon, all in the description below as well. And guys, let's get some of these more theologically based YouTube channels out there. I know he's got a lot of subscribers, but if there's other ones that deserve more love, definitely send me an email and I'll do a YouTube on them. I don't have the knowledge to review them, but this guy seems to be really well educated, talks to the common man, but doesn't talk down as well. And he does also talk about sin and original sin and disability in context as well, and things that would be considered apocrypha, which is basically a polite way of saying it's not true, it's fan fiction. The Key of Solomon, the Book of Enoch, where Enoch is taken up into heaven, and he's saying that that actually sounds like unidentified flying phenomena, basically a UFO. So he goes into those type of things, and AJ from the Y Files, I've got to do a shout out to him and say thank you for getting me interested in this topic and looking at it from a scientific perspective, because when you look at it from a scientific perspective or a linguistic perspective, you start to see that organized religion and communities are great, but the danger is when you're expected to blindly believe and not allowed to question your faith as well. So, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Guys, just a side note, if you've made it this far, are going away Tuesday to Thursday, so anything you see is pre-recorded. I won't be checking the comments. So, guys, please be nice to each other in the comment section. See you in the next video.